My first professional job in theater was Utah Shakespearean Festival Green Show up in Cedar City, Utah. My first experience with theater, my mother would tell you that I came out of the womb acting. She has memories of me, on the mantle of the fireplace, putting on little performances and things, and it's something that I've taken every year that it's been available to me in school as an extracurricular activity or as a course. And right out of high school, I actually was offered my first role, and I went up to Utah and did their pre-show, the Green Show, which later translated into me being on the main stage, and then their fall season and the tours. And I actually spent 6 seasons up at Utah Shakes working. I think that not being formally trained has definitely hindered me. I'm a huge advocate for higher education. As an educator myself, it's one of the biggest arguments that I have with some of my students that I coach is when they will come to me and say that they're thinking about not going to college. The biggest reason that it has hindered me is because college is an opportunity to fail. It's an opportunity to explore and to have people there to mentor you through those failures until you don't fail anymore. And then you're ready to go out and work in the working world, where I jumped straight into, if you fail, you don't get hired back or you get fired. So my learning curve was much shorter, and I didn't have the opportunity to be in kind of in this encapsulated, safe environment to explore my craft. I had to do it on the fly. And so I tell people that I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks is always my joke. That's it, and recently it's becoming more recognized that, like for the city, it's a 1.5 years of professional experience to a year of school. And so that right there, I've made up, for my degree 10 times over that way, which is really, really nice. But up until recently, that wasn't the case, so not having a degree has hindered me quite a bit, actually. I am recognized as being a Strasberg coach, though what I do is not pure Strasberg. Lee Strasberg was the founder of the Actor Studio. If you've ever seen Inside the Actor Studio, that's the school that he started. And many great actors came from the Strasberg method. And my coach, who later in years in life, until I was in my late 20s, I didn't find Larry Gold, who studied with Lee Strasberg, who started coaching me in the method. We had a conversation once about the same thing, and I said that he was teaching me the Gold method. And he said he wasn't. He was teaching me the Critchfield method, and that's what Lee would have wanted, is that it's always going to be this amalgam of everything that we explore and everything that we learn. So my own personal experience and my own, failings that I have learned from, and my own successes, and Viola Spolin and improv and Meisner, you'll find elements of all of these in what I coach. The biggest thing for me is I try to teach people how to connect with their instincts and understand psychological realism, that in order to express the emotion, you should feel the emotion. I think that when you're dealing in a situation where you're dealing with combating the audience enjoying the performances more than the story, I think that you have to be very careful about how you pick your material so that you don't run into that. I only work on projects that I'm passionate about, and I think that there's a certain victory in that if the material is weak but your performances are strong. I think that there's something wonderful about that. Anthony Hopkins is quoted as saying that the biggest job that an actor has is turning chicken shit into chicken salad. Ultimately, art is about being moved. It's an expression of emotion, and if it evokes a visceral response from you, an emotional response from you, then it was successful.
Please welcome Sean Critchfield.
Give them to me. All the pieces of your broken heart, give them to me. I'll take them. All the rough-hewn, misshapen bits of your shattered dreams, give them to me. I will take them, give them to me. They're wanted here. All the parts of your misspent childhood, all the regrets of ticking seconds behind you, give them to me. We will build a cathedral, a stained glass window of who we are, as tall and as beautiful as it should be. Let me have them. We will make a mosaic that stretches as wide as this sky, showing every color your heart gained from the bits and pieces left on the ground. I will take them and forge a sculpture of how beautiful the ideas are that we cast in our failings, and we will cast it in our failings. Let me have them. This town is going to be a destination town for art, and it's coming, and it's coming quickly. And I think that those of us that are there right now, we will be viewed as the forefathers of that movement. That we're becoming this metropolis, and the city is growing up and the art is growing with it. And I hate it when people say that there's no culture in Las Vegas, because we have our own culture. We have our own dirty, gritty sense of what our art is going to be. And I love that it's so unique.